Are you a Town Hall 6.5 and you want to protect this precious resource right here? Stay tuned in our first episode of Farm Chronicles. I'll show you how. What's going on, everybody? It's ThrowinFitz, and you know what we're doing over here. We're throwing it down on a Town Hall 6.5. As you can see, this is a Town Hall 6 base, but it has a Town Hall 7. And the clan castle has been upgraded to the Town Hall 7 level, and then all of the troops have been upgraded to Town Hall 7. So these are max Town Hall 7 troops, but only Town Hall 6 defenses maxed. So that being said, actually I've got one lonely wall that was accidentally upgraded to a Town Hall 7, but of course that is not an advantage at all. So what I wanted to do today is I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of how I designed this base, and I designed it mainly for war matchmaking, especially before Supercell made their changes for the war matchmaking algorithm. It seems to be doing better now, so I don't know what I'll do with this base, but for now I'm going to keep it at a 6.5, and it does really well at protecting my DE. Of course, as you know, Town Hall 7 is when you can get your Barbarian King, you can get them up to level 5, and of course, as a Town Hall 6.5 or Town Hall 7, you have a challenge sometimes protecting your DE, especially people that are coming in and farming and raiding you. You can see that I'm in Silver 2, and this is just a natural position that I am in trophy range. I don't attack with this base. I use it strictly for war, but I also want to protect my DE because I can lose out on DE pretty quickly if I don't protect it. And as you can see, I'm only 500 away from a maxed DE storage. So I'll show you how I do that. So the first things first, you want to make sure that you keep your clan castle full. And what I've found is that the balloons work best. So I've got 4 balloons in the CC to protect my DE. It pretty much will smash just about any sort of ground-based attack on my village, but then air attacks, this doesn't do so well. It does do fairly well, and I'll show you a replay of a minion attack, but dragons and dragloon, if someone knows how to pull the CC, they will be able to get this base. So long story short, it's going to protect on the average farmer, but an experienced farmer will be able to get around it. That being said, I did do some research on this base. You can see that it's designed. You probably haven't seen this design. It's because it's my original design, and you can see that it's very difficult to pull the CC. And what will happen, I ran a lot of tests on this base before I finally finished it up and finalized it. But as you can see, I've got behind these balloons over here, there is a cannon. You see that cannon right there? So what will happen is that cannon sits just outside of the range of the CC. So people will usually do, as you can see all the tombstones here, is they will send like a giant or a barb or an archer or something like that over to that cannon. But of course the cannon will usually take out a giant, because that, I don't think, let's see, I'm trying to see if there's another defense. Yeah, that defense right there, the archer tower, will typically take out anything that's kind of in that range if it's on the cannon, on that side of the cannon, right? So one giant will not do it. But what people will think is that because they think that they're within the range of the CC, they think because nothing comes out that there's nothing in the CC, when in fact they just didn't get inside the CC's range. So the same is true for over here on the archer tower. The CC does not get pulled when you're sending one giant over there. So typically what people will do is they'll drop a giant or 2 on there, and if they don't take out those defenses, the CC is not pulled and they start launching their full attack. And that's when I rain down on them and throw it down. But I'm going to show you some defenses now. Stay tuned, and we'll get into a replay, not a live replay, but we'll get into a replay right now. And as you can see, my DE is protected fairly well. The last 2 attacks that I've had, they've only gotten a little bit of the DE. This one, they got just about most of it. This one, they got a lot. Nothing, a lot, and then 0 DE on these 2. Just 80 on that one. A lot. Nothing. See, so it's fairly decent. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not going to protect all the time, but it does a very good job as far as protecting the DE for the most part. That being said, my drill can keep up as well. And this is another important thing, guys. You probably won't have this problem as much as I do, but because I'm just sitting at a max DE storage, I have to remind myself to come back and empty this DE drill, because if I don't, then as you know, that is a lot of DE that can be taken. You can get up to 75% taken stolen from this, whereas it's not as much from the DE storage as well. So make sure you keep dumping your DE drill into your storage so that you can help maximize your saving on your DE. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and just get into this first replay, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is obviously a farmer. You can see that I've got over 400,000 in each golden elixir, and then we've got 1,500 in the other one. And see what's going on here. We got the archers that came in. Now he's or the wizards that came in. Now he's dropping in some barbs, and look at that, all ground troops. And here is what typically happens. This guy came in with no spells. He's not going to be able to last long. We've got a lot of our resources interior. As you can see, my mortars are just raining in on all of these barbs that are coming in. And the balloons, they're slow, so they're not the greatest as far as getting across. And while it looks like they're getting a lot of resources from me, that's mainly from the collectors and the mines, right? So as my balloons come in here, it's really good timing as far as how they're coming in and smashing on the goblins. The goblins are going to get a little bit, but not a whole lot, as they filter into the base. Now, this is the cool part. As the goblins are coming in and grating on these on that elixir drill there, they get smashed by this wizard tower. That's really good splash damage that both the wizard tower and the two mortars can deliver on those goblins to help protect my dark elixir, because as you can see, there's a lot of dark elixir in that drill. So he's out, and that's how that one went down. So we go back. I'll show you another replay, and let's go ahead and show you. Let's show you how an effective raid was on this base, and this might help you with your raiding. I'm trying to find a 100%. There's 100%, but I can't get a replay. So let's go to the highest percentage on this base. Okay, so this one I believe has a defense that I actually had CC loons. Some of these replays don't have CC loons in them, so I don't think that's a really good representation or a fair assessment of the defense of the base and how the attacker was able to get the resources at a really good rate. So I'm going to go with this one. I believe this one right here has CC loons in my CC for defense. Let's check it out. So this guy's coming with 14 loons. He spams all of his giants in right here, and let's see what happens. So he breaks it in, and as you can see, as he crosses into that threshold, the loons are released. We've got 4 CC loons that are coming in to crash on the giants. Now what typically happens is someone will drop. Now look how quick those giants went. Now this was good because he brought a lot of wizards with him, and those wizards can deal some serious splash damage. The nice thing about loons though is that the loons, when they fall, they can take out, boom, from the splash damage. You see that? They took out that archer over there. So now that the attacker has managed to lure the CC, I don't think the attacker expected that, but they did manage to lure the CC. They tried to wall break into the compartment, into that middle compartment, which is surprisingly is protected pretty well. I find that it's usually really difficult for someone to break into that compartment. And normally what happens is you see how this attacker dropped his heel. Typically what will happen is an attacker, oops, look at that heel drop. That was a mistake. Normally an attacker will drop the heel on the giants in the beginning because they panic seeing the loons come out. But this attacker did a really good job at just being patient and letting the CC pull happen, getting those out and sacrificing the giants. And so as you can see, once the middle of this base or the core is penetrated, it does manage to get the troops into across to the other side. And then it's just a matter of the troops coming across. Now he does, as you know from the replay stats, he does not get the 100% on this base, and the king is just about to come out right here, and then we're going to finish off the wizards there. So that was how we can get attacked on this base and lose the loot. And you know, it happens, but I think we did do a pretty good job as far as maintaining this base. As you can see, I'm at maxed golden elixir. I mean, I don't run out. And as far as the dark elixir, there were a few raids where I did not have, like I believe this one did not have CC loons, otherwise it probably would have protected my DE. And I know this one did not have CC loons either. So it's really important that you make sure you keep defense in your CE. That's just the bottom line as far as protecting your loot and your farming base. So I hope this helps, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to leave comments. If you liked the video, please like it. And if you really liked the content, please subscribe, because I will be bringing in more. This is the first series of Farm Chronicles, and I'm planning on releasing some additional videos based on farming, and that's protecting your farming, and then also some farming strategies to help you go out and farm for resources. So until next time, guys, I will see you then, and take care.